Today is Saturday, June 18th, 2016, and I'm sharing updates with our wildlife and plant family here who I have been keeping tabs on this strip of land, what's left of it, between my complex and industry, which is the diner and other hotels and business offices directly on the opposite side of this strip of land. And about a month or so ago, I noticed yellow signs plastered everywhere within here, and this what's left of a walking trail for the residents here and for the wildlife, and a home for all of the birds up there in the trees right now. Plastered on the trees, owned by Kalex Corporation, and trespassing and so on. And little by little, as I would visit with my dog, with Bear, I would see the signs would go missing, and then I would say, well, maybe people like myself, or frustrated, would not like to see a tree owned by anyone, took it off, and hooray for them. And just the other day, after all the signs went missing, and I thought, well, maybe Mother Nature has won this one, and we have regained our wildlife refuge area for our families, wildlife and human. So I'm walking through, and the other day I'm thinking of going through foreclosure and having to rehome, and the blessings that have come from the experiences of being uprooted, pardon the pun, and as I'm walking, there are trees going down on the adjacent piece of property, which is a busy roadway, and just so sad by the tree going down, and more so saddened by the representation of what had preceded that tree going down is a lack of consciousness in humanity. The understanding that each tree holds hundreds of gallons of waters each, and which is networked underneath the earth, vastly transporting water across the world and giving shade and home and everything we need in order to have shelter. We are within nature, not the other way around. And people are becoming more automated now in this world, acting as though we don't require the earth yet. The Schumann resonance, we are connected exactly to the same resonance frequencies of the earth, and the more that we disconnect, the more we are sick, which is the case, along with other chemicals and toxins within all of our elements. But it is our choice in our own backyards and our own communities to begin to push back. I mean, just around the adjacent corner, there's a place over where the police station is in my neighborhood, and town hall, and it's supposed to be a place for people to go visit. It's a fountain that had beautiful blackberry bushes and trees and wildlife growing around it, and myself and the dogs would love to go and sit a while. And then all of a sudden, last season, I noticed at the end rather of last season, I saw they plastered the whole entire side of the hill there, where they had the fountain, with something that looked like asphalt, and the berry trees were cut back, so no longer carrying berries for the wildlife, and so now it's a concrete, fountainous, odd sanctuary. So this whole neighborhood is really servicing corporation versus the community who's paying the taxes. So last night, as I was walking home, I heard them hacking away here, and at the end of the evening, after they had left, I came to see what they had left so far, and the birds were just going nuts. They were just so frustrated. Their homes are being invaded, everything's being taken from them, and this area, the swatch of land, really provides us with a lot of shade, a lot of breeze, coolness. This is going to become a parking lot. You could see between the trees there, it's the back of offices that now they're going to become another hotel. This has become a parking lot for a hotel. want you to see just how beautiful and serene and ancient this is what's left of our native family, our native woods, our family. This is what's left of our generations to come. And we have to start thinking that way if we're going to have anything left for our grandchildren and so on. So I'm taking you down to what is a very ancient section of the wood. And you'll see it's very clear to me because I see it all the time, but they cleared a lot out of here yesterday. And so you can see the remnants of the carthage of the trees already gathered from yesterday's attack. And there are markers already, orange markers everywhere for where they're going to go. And I'm going to show you something I've discussed before. These are two very ancient trees here in the woods. You can take probably two people and wrap your arms around the tree from end to end, depending on how long their arms are. Maybe almost 2.5 people perhaps. These are very ancient trees. And so I was very upset last night. I came back just as it was getting dark and dug up 2 seedlings and took as much of the rich soil as I could in hopes that as I settle, they too will have a home settled safely with me so we can carry on the family tree, literally. And how beautiful. The wisdom that is rooted here is also rooted within our heart. This is our family. This is our children's family. Yes, beautiful and ancient, and are so very, very loved here by myself and other brothers and sisters who likewise are feeling the pain of the lack of consciousness in our brothers and sisters who are mindlessly cutting down swaths of land or trees. And wow, look at that beautiful ray of light. Look at the colors there. That is just unbelievable. And just constant confirmation. I'm jarred, I'm hurt by what I see, what I experience. And so with those experiences comes a responsibility to share, because there's a reason why I'm feeling this way. There's a reason why 2 other brothers and sisters are going to equally feel outraged at the idea of these beautiful ancient trees. Our family, our ancient family, are just being cut down endlessly, mindlessly. And what's being left behind? What are going to be left behind are the saplings and the seedlings that are now being taken with them. And what does that mean for the future of our environment? So there are the orange markers, and as you can see, the orange markers very close to the tree here. And I'm going down because there's another one. I call it a sister or brother tree, but you're looking at it right now, see? And strangely too, about a week and a half or so ago, right at the same location where I live, there's a town hall, and there have been these 2 twin trees, I call them, right almost abutting on our property where I live in the condo complex. And for some unknown reason, they cut down the other one. And I came out the other day, and it's ironic because just a day or so before I was thinking how nice it is they have each other. And I hope that they too are left standing, because they're just cutting down everywhere now. And just a day or so later, I come out to find it clear cut. And I couldn't see a reason why. Everything about the tree looked fine. I was told by some neighbor that they thought there was something wrong with it. I'm not sure. And if that's the case, that's different. But in these cases, such as what I'm sharing here, this is for profit. This is for a hotel, and we have several. We have too many in a very square mile radius here, very small area, and there's no need for it. So it's not serving the community. It's not serving any part of the community, and then you have to say, what is it they're investing in, and what does that serve in the long run, and what is it going to mean for our environment? So you can see the markers are very close to this other ancient tree here. It's another huge tree, and this is where I took up the seedlings from yesterday, and I'm watering them and caring for them so that they can come with us on Mother's Ark and land safely in a new safe environment. And mindfully, as I dug it up, I was sad, I was a lot of pain that I'm taking them away from their home, but then at the same time, it feels good to be able to say, you know what, at least it's better than being mowed down and they don't get to grow at all. And so that was my mindset when I took the seedlings from the earth, but they were taken right from near the base of the big tree here, the twin tree, how close they are to each other, the relationships that wildlife share. We have many of us become shut off from, but we are greatly connected, rooted from the start, right from the heart. Blessings, brothers and sisters, and thank you for caring in your way every day and for sharing.